efforts, rolled out the lower new secondary curriculum in February 2020. Since then, several interventions to make it successful has been made as outlined below. Number one, we have conducted training for teachers through our agencies and departments. The NCDC developed a teacher training strategy to help the teachers to interpret and understand the lower secondary curriculum. A total of 1,600 master trainers and 81,048 teachers of Senior 1 to Senior 4 were trained on the new lower secondary curriculum across the country. In addition, Right Honourable Speaker, individual schools have been using the master trainers to train those who never had a direct interaction with the curriculum designs, using the cascade model. It should be noted that the target number of teachers to be trained was 198,720 from both government and private schools. Those trained represent 41% of the planned targeted number. The center trained 9,126 head teachers, DEOs, district inspectors of schools, and Ministry of Education officials on the new lower secondary curriculum. Number two, the Uganda National Examinations Board, referred to as UNEB, has also trained 15 teachers from each school on assessment. The assessment constitutes a classroom-based assessment and project with an emphasis on generic and practical skills. Schools have been trained on how to capture students' scores from the school-based assessment on the system, which will contribute 20% of the total learner's score at the end of the cycle. Number three, the Directorate of Education Standards have provided teachers support in approximately 500 secondary schools in the country. The Ministry of Education is making efforts to adapt online methods of instructing teachers in the wake of financial constraints to conduct face-to-face training. The Ministry of Education and Sports, through NCDC, trained publishers on how to write interactive textbooks to the curriculum. The developed textbooks and teachers' guides were distributed to all secondary schools across the country from Senior 1 to Senior 4. Number five, the curriculum requires engaging learners in core curricular activities to develop their practical skills and talents, which includes swimming. It is worth noting that not all concepts in the curriculum are taught in the classroom setting. Project-based learning can be taught outside the classroom, and a learner is free to select a subject from the many available options across the subjects. He or she is expected to be innovative and creative in doing the project by using local available resources within the community and in particularly the environment. The Ministry of Education and Sports will continue guiding our teachers on how to guide learners in using locally available materials during project work. The implementation of the lower secondary curriculum has faced quite a number of challenges, Madam Speaker, including the skill gaps among teachers in implementation of the competence-based curriculum, because they were used to traditional methods of teaching and they had to transit to the competence-based approaches. The limited instructional materials and the limited sensitization among key stakeholders like our parents, among others. Madam Speaker, to mitigate the challenges of implementation, the Ministry of Education through NCDC is in the process of developing sample scheme of work and sample lesson plans to guide teachers in the preparation of instructions at the lower secondary level. The Ministry of Education and Sports further plans to continuously develop the skills of teachers through teacher support and online training. Through the training, the teachers will be equipped with skills in developing low-cost non-textbooks materials to support them in effectively managing the teaching-learning process. Madam Speaker, the progress on the development of the A-level curriculum. The Ministry of Education and Sports, honorable members, through the National Curriculum Development Center, embarked on the review of the A-level competence-based curriculum in 2021. The progress is still ongoing, and as we prepare for this first cohort that is expected to progress to Senior 5 in 2025. The Ministry of Education and Sports, Right Honourable Speaker, has made arrangements to mitigate the gaps in the A-level curriculum by aligning it to the lower secondary curriculum, which is competence-based. This current cohort, which are sitting Senior 4 exams, will be oriented towards the competence-based curriculum on joining Senior 5. Right Honourable Speaker, in addition to the issues raised on the revised curriculum for A-level, I want to comment on other issues that have been raised. That includes 1, urgent harmonization of the pay of science teachers and school administrators. On that issue, Right Honourable Speaker, Government of Uganda has agreed to provide a top-up allowance to school head teachers to address the matter of harmonization of salaries with the science teachers. This is especially the science-based head teachers and science deputy head teachers. The matter has been logically concluded. Number 2, the need for staff quarters in all schools, especially those in hard-to-reach areas. The Ministry of Education and Sports, Right Honourable Speaker, acknowledges the need to have staff quarters in all our schools across the country. We believe this will solve the challenges of staff retention, especially in hard-to-reach, hard-to-work areas. Unfortunately, this is not budget neutral, as it will require significant resources beyond the ceiling of the Ministry of Education and Sports, which is available to the ministry. Nevertheless, the matter is being addressed in a phased manner within the available resources to the local governments. There is an approved budget of Ugandan shillings 41.46 billion across the local government votes to address some of the infrastructural gaps in schools, including the staff houses where need be. In addition, Right Honourable Speaker, all seed schools that is being constructed in a phased manner have provision for staff houses included as part of the scope for the construction. Issue number 3, the need to recruit enough teachers and reduce the teacher-student ratio. Right Honourable Speaker, this financial year 2024-2025, the ministry secured 111 billion, and this will go towards recruitment of at least 4,402 staff. This will be deployed in the 111 seed schools in phase 2 and phase 3, which is the 27 schools, under the U-Gift program. Each school is projected to receive 31 teaching and non-teaching staff. We also secured 11 billion that has been provided for recruitment of teachers in primary schools, a total of 1,589 teachers. This will be across local government with staffing challenges. Number 4, on students being denied access to national examination because of unpaid fees. Madam Speaker, I want to thank you so much for raising really and advocating on that matter personally, you. Thank you. And the Ministry of Education, together with the UNEB, has been working with the schools to ensure that this does not happen. The Permanent Secretary has written a circular to all school head teachers to ensure that all candidates sit examination without interruption or sending them home because of unpaid school balances.
You have the circular?
Yes.
Lay it on table.
I tabled the circular. Thank you. They should put agreeable measures in place between parents and school administration to ensure school fees balance are paid accordingly without interrupting examination process. I also want to thank FAWE and other partners that have really supported last week, girls especially, those who have been sent away, and they addressed the issue of school fees balance. Number 5. Number 5, teachers in private schools operating without contracts. Right Honorable Speaker, the Ministry of Education and Sports have drafted guidelines for staff employment in private schools and institutions in Uganda. These guidelines emphasize the need to sign contracts for employees as provided for in Section 59 of the Employment Act of 2006. The Act states that employees must be served with a contract that states the full names and the address of the parties of the contract, their title of the job, the place of work, the wages to be paid, including deductions, as well as leave periods. The guidelines for staff employment in private schools and institutions in schools are not enforceable because they are not yet gazetted. The process for gazetting is underway. In the budget, this coming budget for financial year 2023-2024, we will probably make sure the process is gazetted. As I conclude, there is a question, what is FAWE? FAWE stands for Forum for African Women Educationists, including Madam Speaker, who is really one of our key educationists in this country. So I thank you so much for supporting the education sector, and I beg to submit. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. There is a procedure. Shadow.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I want to thank the Minister. Thank you for attempting, but for giving this report. But the procedure matter I'm raising, Madam Speaker, is that wouldn't be procedure okay if you grant me permission as a shadow minister. I want to respond with evidence attached with each and everything the minister has stated. For example, let me say something here, Madam Speaker. Just one small thing from what she has said, that they have trained the 15 teachers from every secondary school, whereas there are secondary schools in Uganda who have less than 10 teachers. So where do you get 15 secondary school teachers to be trained when the school has less than 10 secondary school teachers? So if Madam Speaker of the Agency, you accept, even if you say tomorrow or next Tuesday, I am ready to present, because I'm going to lend the minister my phone to see the messages I'm receiving from head teachers right now, from your own statement, because they are following. And whatever you are saying is a challenge. Our battle here is to see how we streamline education. But we are on a time bomb. So, Madam Speaker, if you accept me, I'm ready to prepare, and I respond. I'm on a procedure, and trained as a member of parliament. I don't want to give information procedure matters. So, I would pray the minister, with her trials, with the prayers for you, you are in trouble, but don't worry. We can solve this problem together. And I'm a member of the Committee of Education and the Shadow Minister, and above all, a minister. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank
Madam
you.
Speaker, permit me to lay on table to you the
Honorable
correspondences.
members, Honorable Minister, the procedural issue that Honorable Seungu is raising is on policy matters. And I think a number of members raised issues that day. Number of members raised the issues, and that's why the minister responded. So what you could actually do on issues that you have, put it as an oral question, a written question to the Prime Minister.
Most obliged, Madam Speaker. But you see, as a shadow minister, if you accept, Madam Speaker, because
Can the leader of opposition ask?
yes, but
Can the leader of opposition ask to bring a written response to
Most
that? Then we debate both reports.
Madam Speaker, I think you've guided well. Let my colleague, our Minister for Education in the alternative, prepare a robust response, because I see colleagues from both sides have got issues of concern they would like to raise. So it would be good that we debate both reports exhaustively.
Honorable Minister, let the leader of opposition bring a response to your submission. Then we debate both of them. We are not saying the new curriculum is bad, but we are saying it's a very good curriculum. It meets with the changing environment. But we need some things fixed. So let's get their report and then we debate it next week.
Madam Speaker, I very much accept that guidance. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable members, leader of, I've given the leader of opposition 2 days. Honorable members, in the public, in the VIP gallery this morning, we have members of Parliament of the East African Legislative Assembly who are here specifically to watch us pass the bills, and they are not going until we finish passing bills. We have Honorable David Ole. Honorable David Ole is a very good friend of mine from Kenya. Karibu sana. We have Honorable Deng. Honorable Deng, and then Honorable Jacqueline among it. You're most welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Yes.
Madam
Yana.
Speaker, I want to thank you. Last week you gave a directive here that all students with uncleared balances in schools must not be chased out of school. It was a very good directive. Secondly, I have heard the minister in her report say that the directive is being implemented. However, Madam Speaker, I have a situation similar to that in Soroti, in Chambogo University, Soroti Study Center. The university has held results of over 500 students in the university because the lecturers have not been paid. I want to know from the minister what and why have the lecturers not been paid? And given such a directive, Madam Speaker, would it not be procedurally correct that you direct the Minister of Education to bring here a statement why the results of the students have been held up to now?
Honorable members, My directive was all students must sit exams. Okay? They must sit exams. You should not chase any student because he has not finished payment. However, when you sit exams, it is also right that you pay. It is right that you pay the money for you to get your transcript.
Madam Speaker, this situation is different. Here, the lecturers have not been paid. It is the lecturers that have held the results. And this is Chambogo University, a government institution.
If the students paid and the lecturers are not paid and they are not releasing results, that is very wrong.
Right Honorable Speaker.
Let Kiambogo sort out his issues.
Madam Speaker, we raised this issue on this floor. I think it is, if I can recall, 2 to 3 weeks back. It was raised by my sister, Honorable Agnes, the Member of Parliament for the Workers. It involved non-payment of part-time staff, which accumulated to an area of over 6 billion. And as a result of non-payment, some of the part-time lecturers withheld the results of the student. This matter is being handled. After we presented
For how
here,
long?
I think from the time that we presented and we debated on it, I went back to the ministry, and the ministry sat down together with the Vice Chancellor and Ministry of Finance and the other relevant authority. We had a meeting and we are trying to handle it.
Honorable members, Honorable Minister, I was actually given a list yesterday, and I didn't take it so serious like it is. Now, if the teachers are withholding, I mean the teachers are, lecturers are withholding students' results, students who have even paid, that is a breach, total breach. And he has the list. Please lay on table.
Madam Speaker, with your guidance, allow me to lay here on table a list of students whose results have been held by the management of Chambogo University Soroti Study Center. I lay on table.
How many? 600.
Madam Speaker, the list that I have here is 118, but the total number is 600.
Honorable
I lay on
Minister,
table.
please, that is a very serious matter. No, that one you will speak. For us, we want results.
Right Honorable Speaker, I want to undertake the responsibility of getting this to the root cause of this thing, solving it and bringing a feedback on this floor that the Minister of Education
Can we have a
has
response
handled.
tomorrow on what you have done as education?
Much
Next item.
obliged, Madam Speaker. We will bring a statement on
tomorrow.
that subject matter.
Tomorrow.
Yes, thank you.
Because these people are not able to get jobs because their results are withheld. They may not even be able to graduate. Somebody has paid school fees from P1 up to university, and the results are withheld. Next item.
Item 5 on the order paper.
You will discuss when she brings the document tomorrow. Next item.
Item 5 on the order paper. Bill second reading. The National Forestry and Tree Planting Amendment Bill 2024.
Honorable members, as part of the government effort towards rationalization of public entities and expenditure, the National Forestry and Tree Planting Amendment Bill 2024 was tabled on 24th September 2024. The committee is ready with its report. However, to begin with, I will request the Minister of Water and Environment to move a motion for the second reading of the bill. Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. I beg to move that the bill entitled the National Forest and Tree Planting Amendment Bill 2024 be read for the first time.
Seconded.
For the second time. For the second time.
For the second time.
Yeah. Beg to move.
Seconded. Seconded by Government Chief Whip, by elders, by local government, by Chair Agriculture, Rose, Alanyo, Nekesa, Katenga, Aru, Noah, workers, Chut, and their pair, Dr. Baiga, and the whole side on the right. Opendi with a broken hand. Opendi, what happened? Domestic violence. Where is Honorable Atkins? Yes, Honorable Alanyo, Honorable Nekesa, Honorable Asumani, Honorable Aisha Hajat. Yes, would you justify?
Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, the policy behind the bill is to give effect to government policy of rationalization of its agencies. The intention of the bill, Right Honorable Speaker, is to amend the National Forest and Tree Planting Act 2003, and this will enable us to mainstream and rationalize the functions of the National Forest Authority into the ministry.
Honorable members, you know, out of the whole group, this man has brought me 10,000 shillings. Bring. Yes, because of Guzuli.